Mary had a little lamb.
From the classiest radio station on the air, this is...
To the Black Rabbit's Curse, where every shadow hides a sinister verse. Hear the airs thick with tales of terror, and tales of terror twist in your head. Into the dark unknown, where fear takes root and chills the bone. Beware, dear traveler, for once you're here, the curse may linger year after year after year. The Timekeeper of Tuskegee. The old McHale County Hospital has been abandoned since 1972, its windows boarded and its halls echoing with the ghosts of men who were promised healing and given decay instead. When graduate student Kendra Moss arrived for her historical documentation project, she thought she was ready. Flashlight, recorder, and every article ever written about the Tuskegee study of untreated syphilis and the black male. The front gate cracked open like a coffin lid. Her watch ticked loudly in silence. Then she noticed something odd. All the clocks inside the lobby were running backwards. As she walked through the halls, the air grew thick, almost wet. Old medical posters peeled from the walls. Healthy man wanted for free treatments. The smell of sulfur and old disinfectant burned her throat. Her recorder clicked on automatically. Static, then faint whispers. You said we be cured. Kendra froze. She hadn't said a word. She rewound the tape. The whisper grew louder. You said we be cured. You said we be cured. You lied. Her flashlight flickered. The second hand on her wristwatch began spinning backwards fast. She stepped into the ward labeled Observation C. Metal beds lined the walls. Rusted frames still chained to the restraints. On one bed sat a patient chart. Subject number 614. Decline noted. Still cooperative. A faint humming filled the air, like an electric buzz, but older, mechanical. The lights above began to pulse in time with her heartbeat. She turned a corner and she saw them. Dozens of men standing shoulder to shoulder, eyes milky, skin gray, lips cracked, but moving in unison. You said we be cured. Kendra stumbled backwards, dropping her flashlight. When it rolled, she saw a light reflect off Doctor's shoes, standing just behind her. She spun around. They wore blood-speckled white coats, but their faces were shadowed beneath old surgical masks. Their bodies twitched in slow, jerky movements, as if relying on old film reels. One of them lifted a clipboard. His voice was a hiss of dust and decay. Observation continues. They still believe they're being helped. The others nodded, every movement rewinding and repeating. Kendra's watch stopped completely. Her camera shutter clicked on its own. Each flash caught something different. A doctor ejecting a patient screaming, no sound. The same doctor watching, smiling. Then she looked at the last photo. It was her, lying on a bed, eyes open, wrists chained. Panicked, she ran towards the main hallway, but the doors had changed. Every exit now led to the same corridor. At the end of it stood a grand clock, 10 feet tall, its face made of tarnished brass and human teeth embedded around the rim. The pendulum swung backwards. In the glass reflection, Kendra saw the ghost watching her. The infected men, the doctors, and one figure stood in the center. A tall man in a black coat, face hidden, holding a pocket watch. You shouldn't be here, he said, voice calm. Time doesn't move forward here. It never did. He opened the pocket watch. Inside, instead of hands, tiny eyes blinked. They wanted time to stop before they died, he continued. So I granted it. The ghosts began to weep, their tears turning into streams of black mercury that crawled towards her feet. Every clock on the walls reversed faster, spinning wildly. The air filled with whispers overlapping into screams. You said we be cured! You said we be cured! Kendra backed away, but the timekeeper held out a pocket watch. Take it, he whispered. Finish the study. She refused. He smiled. You already have. Her camera dropped to the floor. The screen flickered, showing footage she hadn't taken. Herself drawing blood from ghostly patients, writing on clipboards, whispering to them to stay still. Her reflection in the glass wore a white coat, Morning sunlight poured through the boarded windows, and a janitor found her standing in the lobby, perfectly still, clutching an old silver watch. When he touched her shoulder, she blinked, confused. I was interviewing them? She whispered. Who? He asked. The doctors. But when authorities arrived, they found no cameras, no tape recorder, no evidence she ever been inside. Only one thing remained on the wall behind her, freshly painted in dark brown streaks that smelled like rust. The study continues. Years later, activists cataloging the hospital's sealed documents discovered a patient photo log from 1942. One of the images showed a woman in modern clothes holding a silver pocket watch, standing beside the doctors. The caption beneath read, Assistant Researcher Dr. K. Moss, date pending. And at the bottom of the page, scrawled in the same looping handwriting, time heals nothing. It only hides the wound. Sit here, heart still racing, eyes wide open. Remember, the terror doesn't end when the video does. You may try to forget, but the shadows have a way of following. The whispers grow louder each night, don't they? So go ahead, close your eyes, if you dare. But know this, you're not alone. Not anymore. But the Black Rabbit's curse has seen you, and it's waiting. So what happens when the lights go out? If you want to find out, make sure you come back. But next time, will you be ready? Sleep well. Or don't.